Okay then, guys, so I decided to make this a separate part of the clearing out the drawers videos. I think there's going to be a little series. So I want to tell you what these are. Now, what year are we now? 2019. 9 years ago, 2010, I went to India. I went to India for 3 weeks. I went to Jaipur, which is in Rajasthan. And the reason I went there is because that's where a lot of the block printing and the fabric and all that fabulous printed Indian fabric comes from. And I went with my daughter, and I wanted to see what that whole colourful other world of India. It was quite an explosively amazing trip, I have to say. People say they're going on holiday to India. You don't really go on holiday to India. It's more of an experience than a holiday, and it's quite hard work, and it's a massive cultural shift. And so I think I'm going to talk about these now, but I will probably talk about India in greater depth in other videos. What are these then? Okay, well, these are Indian secret surprise balls. Now, when I was in the markets in Jaipur and Udaipur and New Delhi and Jodhpur, all the places that we went, whenever there were any little trinkets or colourful bits and pieces, I would buy a few to bring home. And then when I had the little shop that I told you about last time, I made these Indian secret surprise balls for little gifts for people. So I'm going to leave 2 of them, and I might put those in the shop. I might not. I might give them away. And we're going to open one, because these have been in there now for maybe 8 years. So we'll open one and see what kind of state it's in. So this is crepe paper. I've never opened one of my surprise balls. I made them all, but I've never opened one. And the idea is that you open all the crepe paper like this. Unroll it all until you get to the next colour. And it's just like a pass the parcel. Oh, and then a little thing will fall out. And the things that fall out is a beautiful little, I'm going to bring you a bit closer. There's a beautiful little sparkly Indian thing that you would sew it onto your pocket or somewhere. So I'll put the things, I'm going to unwind all these things here. So that was the blue layer. And then at the end of it as well, you end up with a huge pile of crepe paper and some washi tape. Stick it down. Oh, this is fun. I've made them all, but I never actually unwrapped one. Oh, and there's a little bead, little clay bead. I went to the factory that made these, and I watched them packaging them all up and making them all. There were hundreds and thousands of them. So there's a little clay bead there. Oh, there's another little clay. Oh, that's a nice one. There's another little green clay bead there. They've all got different things in, so whatever's in these, it won't be the same. So there's, in that layer then, there's these 3 little clay beads. And maybe there's a 4th, I don't know, because it's, as I say, it's 8 years almost since I made them. Now, what's at the end of the orange roll? Oh, it's long, isn't it? Now, what's coming now? Ah, I know. Look at that. These little painted animals. I have a few. Oh, they're so pretty. It's a little parrot. There's my little parrot there. Oh, and that's the orange one. Okay, we've got a red layer now. Now this one is what's in here. This one is a little bracelet, and this knotted bit here goes through the end here, like so, and then the whole thing would go over your wrist. I've got quite thin wrists, so it'll go on like that. And that's a little Indian bracelet that you can wear there. And that's the red one done. Now we've got the purple one. Okay, so we have 2 more of these left, and I'm going to put them in the shop if anybody wants them. They're great gifts, these. Oh, that one all fell out of all of a sudden. Any more? This is a little handful of Indian sequins. If anyone has bought one of these little window hangings that I made, you can see that I used the sequins on the bottom of them. There are just 2 of these left, that one and this one. And I made those last summer in the pavilion when the sun was shining. So those 2 are in the shop. Where's my ball? Okay, so a little handful of sequins. Oh, and another one of these lovely things. So I'm going to, I've brought one of my bowls over. I'm going to put everything in one of my little bowls. Okay, purple then. There was the sequins and the little sew-on sparkly thing in there. I did bring loads of lovely little bits and pieces back when I went to India. Loads. I'll go again one day. I wonder if I think I will go again one day. But I think when I go again next time, I'll explain this if I do ever talk about India in any way. I'll plan it a little better. Martha and I, we didn't plan. We just winged it. And you can't wing it when you go to India. Not really. Now this one. This is interesting. This is a little Indian. Again, it's tight around your foot or your wrist. But look what's happened in all the years that it's been sitting in there. It's got a bit rusted, look. So I'm not very happy about that. So if I do sell these, what I'll do is, I've got some of these that haven't been inside these balls. There they are. So this is what they should look like. I have a few left, but this one's got quite tarnished. So if anyone does buy them, I'll stick one of those in with it so that they've got a nice clean sparkly one. And now we're getting down to the middle now. That's the green layer and the pink layer. I wonder if that's the last layer. Who knows? Might be. I can't remember. I can't remember. It must be. It's tiny now. What's going to be in the middle? Can't remember what's in the middle. What's in the middle is a little ball of Indian string. It's beautifully wound string with a lovely little label on. It's gorgeous for all sorts of different uses. So there we are. That's our bowl full of treats from the Indian Secret Surprise Ball, plus a whole load of crepe paper. So if you're having a party, you can use that to decorate something with. I'm just going to dump that on the floor just now. See what we're going to do with that later. So there are 2 left now. And as I say, what I'll do is, in case there's a rusted one of these inside, I'll put another one with each of them, so that if you're not disappointed by having a rusted one, you've got a normal one there. Okay, so those then, with a little label, are going to go in the box. So that was the Indian Secret Surprise Ball. Now I've got all these little bits here. Good. Well, that video is now over an hour long, so I'm going to do quite a bit of editing of that. But we will carry on and do some more of these drawers. I'm going to deal with everything that's left on the table. which is I'm going to make a box full of for this fabric. This box here, which is full of the bits I find that people might want, I'm just going to leave and carry on adding to. Charity shop box there, and the things that I've decided I'm keeping, I will find places for them and put them in the right places. So far, so good. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Well, here's a little postscript to that drawer tidying out video about the Indian secret surprise balls. Sadie found them. Sadie wanted to open one, so she did. So all the little treats and trinkets dropped to the bottom when she shredded it all. She took it out onto the floor and shredded it, so that she made a huge amount more mess than this. So no secret surprise balls for anybody but Sadie. I think she had a lovely time.